Okay, so this is my new motorbike. I've had it a couple of months now. It's a QJ SRT 700X, and I've bought it from new. Yeah, it's about two months now I've had it, and I've done 2,000 kilometers already on it. I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on the motorbike. It's completely different to what I expected. It's not the sort of motorbike that I was looking for originally. I'm into cruisers myself, but this is a bike that I just couldn't pass up on after seeing all the reviews on it and the spec that comes with it. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a walk around. I'm not going to go into too much about the spec because you can find most of that online yourself. There's lots of details of the spec of the bike, so I'm just going to tell you what I think of it. Now, first of all, I never really was into touring bikes really, and the screens, for me, I've never had screens on my bike before, but that is an absolute godsend. The screen on this really does take away all the wind. Now, I've got a crash helmet, which that's the crash helmet I've got there, and I drive with it open most of the times. It's a modular one, because there's no wind in my face at all, and you don't even need sunglasses. It's absolutely amazing to keep the wind off of your face and everything. Now, this bike comes with so many extras as standard. It's just crazy. The luggage is all included. This is a €1,200 extra normally, so the luggage is included in this. There's a skid pan underneath, which is decent enough. It does a protection. It's got the defender bars, roll bars, whatever you like to say. It's got heated grips. It's got a heated seat, ABS as standard, and also the screen. So let me just show you. It's this is something I put on for my phone, holds my phone, and this is an extra I've added as well. It connects to my communication system. Now I can play my music through my phone and connect to several other devices as well, all from the control here. The controls on here are easy to use, and they are all lit up at night, which is really handy as well. The levers are all adjustable on here. You can adjust all the levers. These guards make a big difference as well. I use summer gloves even in the winter here, and it's more than enough protection. Also with the heated grips, that helps. That's the heated grips there. Here, this is a button for the heated seat. It's only heated on this part, not the pillion part, but that's more than enough. And also I have to turn it off after about 5 minutes because it's amazing how much heat that does kick out. The only thing I will say is that these buttons don't show up on the dashboard, so you can't see exactly if they're on or not. You just have to go by whether it's getting hot or not. It also comes with a USB connection here, which is very handy for connecting your devices. That is an absolute godsend as well. I use that a lot. The screen has got a menu button which you can go through and control through all the different features on it. It's basic, but it's more than enough on there, so I'm quite happy about that. There's room to connect to GPS or something like that here if you need it, but I use my phone at the moment. 19.5 litre tank. It's quite a big tank on here. It's great. The 700 bike, it does use a bit more fuel than some of the other people are telling you online. I must admit, I haven't worked out the exact figures, but it is drinking a little bit more than I expected it to. Front discs, double discs here. Now, a lot of people said to me, you know, that the QJ, these Chinese bikes and everything are no good, but these people haven't done their research. I've done a lot of research on these bikes, and the build quality is very, very good. The welding here is absolutely immaculate. It just doesn't look real. It's so clean and tidy, and as I say, these luggage racks are really well made. They've got liners that come out. You can take these liners out and clean them out. They're waterproof. It's got pockets on the insides of each of the boxes. They've got a locking system here, which is easy to use, and it's a bit stiff, that one, and say easy to use even with one hand. And you can open this key here and they just slide off. They all come out really quickly, really easy. They're very, very good quality indeed. come with all the reflectors and everything as standard as well. I get loads of stuff in mine. I use it for my videos and stuff like that, extra jumpers and bits and pieces in there. So yeah, I love the bike. It's not, as I say, it's not the bike that I was looking for. I was thinking about seriously considering the Harley intro level. The reason I didn't go with the Harley in the end, it's not just the money, although it is a lot of money, the Harleys. This bike is for more touring around. What I'm going to be doing here is touring around the hills and off-road. Well, not off-road much, I do a little bit of off-road, but not much. So the Harley wasn't the right bike for what I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing some tours here as well this coming year, so this bike suits me down to the ground. Power wise, it's got more than enough power. I'm very surprised at the power, and also the sound is lovely. It never comes out well on recordings. I've done recordings of the sound and that, and I've watched other videos of people with the sound, you know, of the exhaust, but I was very pleasantly surprised the first day I drove it out the showroom, because I didn't actually have a test drive on it. I just looked at several different bikes. I did look at the Vosges and a few others similar to this. They're a little bit more money, but this was 8 grand all in, 8,000 euros all in, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. I really am. There's nothing else it needs on there. I might get a GPS for it later on, only because it's I like to use my phone for music and setting it up with the GPS and everything. It might be better to put the GPS on the screen. So that's the only thing I will say that I'm going to be getting. Oh, and maybe possibly a tank bag. I like the idea of having a tank bag on here, but that's it. Yeah, it's great. As I said, I've done 2,000 kilometers on it already. On the motorways, it's got plenty of power. Don't worry, people say, you know, oh, you need these 1200 GSs and all the rest of it. I've got a couple of friends who've got BMWs, 1200, 1300s, and I can keep up with them, no trouble at all. It's got plenty of pulling power on it, and they're all surprised as well. 700cc, it's a great bike. I'm glad that I didn't go for the 650. There's a 600, 650, similar style and everything. I was looking into that. I also looked into the Meteor, some other bikes, the Triumph Tiger as well, but for the value for money, 8,000 on the road, everything included, and it includes a first year's insurance as well. So QJ SRT 700X, yeah, absolutely amazing bike. I love it. So there's lots of reviews online of this bike. Most of them are, well, I've only seen one that's in English actually, and that's people that have bought them and taken them out for a quick run. But this one, I've had it for a few months now. I've done some miles on it, and I can give you, it's had its first service a couple of weeks ago actually, 500 kilometers. I've now done 2,000 on it, 2001 I think, 2002 kilometers, so just hit the 2,000 mark on it. It's brilliant. The ABS, I did have a braking incident a little while ago where a car pulled out in front of me, and it looked like it was going to stop, but it didn't, and I had to brake pretty hard. The ABS cut in, and I'm very pleased. Stopping power was amazing, very, very good. Yeah, I've had the wife on the back as well, and she's been on the back of my other bike, which is more of a cruiser bike. She said this is much more comfortable with the backrest there as well. She feels safer on this, and it's less windy for her on this. She's sitting a bit higher up behind me there, but yeah, so she's happy with it as well. But yeah, if you're thinking about buying the QJ 700, I can thoroughly recommend it. For me as well, I love red. I know it's stupid, but this was in red, white, or I think it's green is the other one. But this was probably, I walked into a showroom, I saw this, it was in the middle of the showroom, it just attracted me straight away, the look of it. I love the look of it. And the only thing I will say is, takes some getting used to, is very top heavy. The tank is quite high and everything, maybe with the luggage on it as well, I'm not sure. But when I'm in manoeuvre, when you're underway it's okay, but when you're in the garage, like manoeuvre it around in my garage, you've got to be a bit careful. It is a pretty heavy bike. I think they say online it's 250 kilos, but with a full tank and the luggage and everything, I think it's just a little bit under 300 kilos. So it's a fairly heavy bike to get used to. Once you're underway, no problem at all. But manoeuvring it around in parking spaces and stuff, you've got to be a little bit careful. A couple of times I've nearly dropped it when I've been trying to manoeuvre it, but that's just getting used to it a little bit, I presume. So yeah, the QJ SRT 700X, that's my review on the bike. Any questions, I'm happy to answer it. Leave it in the comments box below. But if you're thinking about buying these bikes, all the reviews I've seen have been very, very positive on them. The build quality is amazing. Oh yes, 6-year guarantee. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, who else is offering a 6-year guarantee on a new motorbike? So yeah, that's my review on this bike. And I'm here in Almería, Spain. I've been up in the mountains with it a few times. I've been on some really twisty, windy roads here. You can check out my other videos, see how it's performed. And I've been out with a few other friends that have got, well, most of my friends have got bigger bikes than this, and they're all very, very surprised at what I've got for the money, and the build quality and the power of the bike. So there, yeah, it does, it turns a few heads, and it's great value for money. If you're thinking about getting one of these bikes, I thoroughly recommend it. Thanks for watching.